Welcome to My Cyber Coach, a video series designed for veterans like you who are considering a transition from military service to a career in cybersecurity. I'm your host, Jason Shockey, and I'm excited to help you make the leap from service to cyber. Let's get into it. Today, we're diving into the basics of cybersecurity. If you're new to this field and maybe even a little intimidated by all the jargon, don't worry, you're in the right place. I'm going to break this down into simple terms that everyone can understand. Cybersecurity is all about protecting data, systems, and networks from digital attacks. It's like being a digital defender, and just like in the military, there's a mission. The mission here, to protect sensitive information and keep systems secure from hackers and cyber criminals. Before we get into the more technical stuff, let's break down some key concepts and terms you need to know. Understanding these basics will help you speak the language of cybersecurity and lay a solid foundation for your transition into the field. First up, what is a cyber attack? In simple terms, a cyber attack is any attempt by malicious actors to gain unauthorized access to systems or data. These attackers might steal information, disrupt operations, or even hold data hostage. You've probably heard of ransomware or data breaches in the news. These are all examples of cyber attacks. And there are different kinds of cyber attacks, like phishing, where attackers try to trick you into clicking links or giving away sensitive information through fake emails or websites. There's also malware, which is malicious software designed to damage or take control of your system. Now let's talk about some key cybersecurity terms you'll often hear: threat, asset, vulnerability, and exploit. First is threat. In cybersecurity, a threat is anything that could cause harm or damage to a system. It could be an outside hacker or a piece of malware lurking in your network. Next is asset. An asset is any item of value to an organization, such as data, hardware, software, or intellectual property. Next is vulnerability. Think of a vulnerability as a weakness or a flaw in a system that could be exploited by a threat. This could be an open door or window that's not supposed to be open to the public. Then there's exploit. An exploit is a piece of code or technique used to take advantage of a vulnerability in a system, network, or application to gain unauthorized access or cause damage. A simple sentence to keep these terms straight is: threats exploit vulnerabilities to gain unauthorized access to assets. And then there's risk. In simple terms, risk is the likelihood that a threat will exploit a vulnerability that results in unauthorized access or damage. In cybersecurity, the goal is to manage and minimize risks as much as possible by identifying vulnerabilities and putting measures in place to protect against potential threats before they're exploited. To protect systems, cybersecurity professionals use things like firewalls, which act as barriers between trusted and untrusted networks. They also use encryption, which scrambles data so only authorized parties can read it. You've also got antivirus software, which helps detect and remove malicious software from your devices. Then there's intrusion detection and prevention systems, identity and access management, penetration testing, vulnerability scanners, and so much more. I know this may sound like a lot, but trust me, it gets easier once you start applying these concepts. Remember, the key to cybersecurity is understanding the threats, assets, vulnerabilities, exploits, and risks, and then using the right tools and strategies to protect them. Here's a personal story. When I first started in cybersecurity, I didn't have a technical background. What I did have was a mission-focused mindset from the time I spent in the military. That gave me an edge. Cybersecurity is very similar to what we did in the service. Identify the threats, protect the team, and make sure the mission succeeds. If you can bring that mindset into cybersecurity, you'll thrive. So that's a basic overview of cybersecurity. In future videos, we'll dive deeper into specific areas like ethical hacking, network security, and more. I'm really excited for you to continue this journey with me, and I hope this introduction gives you a solid foundation to build on. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our content. Thanks for watching My Cyber Coach. I'm Jason Shockey. Stay sharp, stay focused, and remember, the opportunities are out there, and I'm here to help you find the right path. See you next week.